guys, welcome to Bar Z. My name's Stan. It's Monday morning after the bash. Most of the cleanup is done around here. And this is my closing video for Summer Bash, which usually includes a bunch of thank yous. And we do our lost and founds. We found everything that doesn't belong to me. And we're going to talk about it here. Let's start with the lost and founds. First of all, we have it appears to be an Apple charging unit. I'm not an Apple guy, but it does have the Apple logo on it, and it looks like the little FireWire connection, and it's a little folding cube thing there. So, and it's got a plug-in, kind of an interesting plug-in docking thing on it. So, if this belongs to you, there's no initials on it, there's nothing on it. If this does belong to you, shoot me an email, barzindustrial@msn.com. I have no way to identify the owner of that. I can probably identify this. It looks like someone picked up some tools at the swap meet. I'm not going to show the tools because you need to say those. You need to identify some of the tools and say I got this, that, and this in the swap meet to help identify you. But within the bag, there is a book by Tom Lipton, Metalworking Sink or Swim, and it's autographed. It looks like he may have brought it with him to have Tom sign it. It says, "Hey Eric, nice to see you again at the bash. All the best, Tom." Ox Tools. So I'm looking for Eric. Your book's here and your tools are here. But when you send me the email, you need to identify what tools you bought in the swap meet. And it was already in a Lincoln bag, and it was found here in the shop. So I know you're going to be missing all that stuff. So shoot me an email, and we'll figure out a way to get that stuff to you. That's it for Lost and Found. Next up is thank yous. I mean, first of all, thank you to everyone that attended, all the viewers. We put this together mainly for you. Viewers, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So we sure appreciate that. And a lot of you know that I was, during the event, I got stood up by a staffing company. Some of you may not have known it, but there was a staffing company that was supposed to come here and help me pack coolers, run ice, run drinks, bus out trash cans, park cars, do all the things that an event needs. But I got completely stiffed, and we got a phone call at 8 o'clock, 2 hours after the event started, to say they weren't going to make it. So I was stuck doing all that. So I was pissed, needless to say, but I was stuck doing it, and I just had to do it. So I couldn't even get into my own event. But what I would like to thank people is people that are my paid guests are here seeing this, and they're offering to help. You shouldn't be doing that, but you did, and it's so great to say when a guy comes up to me that I don't even know and says, "Hey, let me take that for you. Let me pack that cooler. Let me run that ice. Let me take that case of water up to there," or and helping me park cars. We had a few cars that were parked in bad places, and I was because we weren't watching the street, and I just had to walk through the event yelling out car colors and names, make and model to try to get cars moved. So I mean, it was a train wreck for me, but I hope you had a good time. And I'd like to thank paying guests that had no business doing that, but they still did it, and that's just great that you helped me out, and you didn't need to, and you shouldn't have had to. And I thank you for that. Anyways, let's go, and I'm not even going to mention the name of the staffing company at all. I was going to actually give them credit, and because they've helped me out before, and they didn't stand me up, and they blamed it on COVID. Anyways, I think people are using that as a crutch too much these days. Let's talk about the vendors and the people in these companies that support not only the YouTube creators, but all of you viewers. I mean, they're here to support you too. and they stay involved in the community. I'm going to run down them super quick. James Harrell Design graphics, all the graphics for the Summer Bash were from him. Noga, you guys all know Noga. Drill Hog, Diamide Clamps, Empire Abrasives, Fireball Tool, PTC Instruments, ZT Fabrication, Lincoln Electric, Florida Flywheelers, Engineers Black Book, Jim Trek, Seco Niagara, Char's Tool, American Rotary, American Kiln, Precision Matthews, and Anchor Chemical. You know, we've got some really big sponsors. You know, the bash was brought to you by American Rotary, and then Char's Tool did a bunch for the raffle. I hope you guys are enjoying the raffle. Like I said, today's Monday. I've got a pile of loot that I need to start chiseling away at and getting mailed out, and the first bit of it's getting done today. Speaking of Char's Tool, the winner for the James Kilroy Measuring Challenge, from what we could tell, his name was Paul Basil. James Kilroy did collect his email address, so he's going to be getting the discount code for the Kilroy Measuring Challenge. But Paul Basil was your winner of the Measuring Challenge. But he did leave something here. We couldn't find him at the end of the day, but the micrometer that you used for the Measuring Challenge belongs to you. So if you want to, Paul Basil, if you'd like to send me an email, I'll get you your micrometer. And then, you know, and I just want to thank, and then let's thank all the other YouTubers and the parts they played. You know, I'll just go down my list up here on the board. Yuchel Kim, first time at the bash, documented the whole thing. Every time I saw him, he had a GoPro in his hand. So expect to see some coverage video on that. You know, of him running around. Tom Lipton, you know, he brought his electronic lead screw helix cutter contraption and demoed it over on the milling machine, and he's always great to talk to. Chuck Bomarito, always fun. Came in too late to Siegel anything, but always fun to see Chuck. Craig Campbell, always welcome. Keith Rucker, I mean, I woke up this morning, he's already got a video out, and I know he's on the road, so he did that on the fly. So he's got coverage video up on Vintage Machinery. Go check it out. Jim Bollinger, what can I say? He shows up for a relaxing time and spends his whole time working. You know, first day he was doing a seminar, second day he was under a welding hood all day. So Jim Bollinger, thank you. Dale Derry, he was working with Brian McGrew and his guys doing the production. Our live feed was going out to the internet, was very, very good this year. And we changed up the format. We rotated in MCs to give Dale a break. You know, I know what it's like to sit here and talk for, you know, 45 minutes or an hour, but he's got to do it for 8. That's got to be a killer. But thanks to Dale Derry for orchestrating, you know, all this, and, you know, and help out with the live feed. Randy Richard was just being Randy Richard. Randy Richard is awesome. He did some brass tag for the amp that we gave away, kind of a commemorative thing. So thank you, Randy Richard. Keith Finner, you know, he flew all the way across the country, and we put him to work. We did the 4-jaw challenge, and you know, we did have a very clear winner, and the winner was declared James Clow from Clow 42. Go check him out. But he won the belt thanks to, I do not recall his name, but we did hashtag polish the belt, and he brought the belt back, and we gave him the option to either surrender the belt or defend it, and he chose to surrender it. So that was good to see the belt come back, and it was fun to see James clean up on that one. Ken Renshaller, always a good guy to have around, total car guy, fun to have around. Robert Whitecamp, Dudley Toolwright, thanks for coming out, thanks for supporting. Aaron Durda, he was down at the live feed for a little while. I think he was up there, who was he up there? Oh, he was up with Ray. Ray's always fun, and those two bounce off each other pretty good. And then again, Ray Cornelia. James Kilroy ran the measuring challenge, did a little MCing, did a little wandering around, checking stuff out at the end of the live feed. Thanks for coming out, James. John Sosha, he's new to the event. He just kind of spectated, but look for an up and coming on him. His channel name is John SL. Dean Crawford, didn't see much of him, but he was here. He's always cool to talk to. He's a Bash veteran. Andrew Padaka, Tool Miser. Oh wow, I mean this guy comes and just he helps me out a couple days ahead of time. He sets up the PA in the back for the TIG welding seminar. We got a small PA back there. We got a larger PA down at the main tent where the MCs are, and you know, he just comes early and just does so much. So special thanks to Andrew Padaka. Andrew Prestridge, he held the gear cutting classes a couple days in advance, so thank you to him. This was a lead up to the Summer Bash, and he was also here. He was selling his press rings for the Jacobs Chucks. Gary Brown, first time here. Old Iron Machine, if you didn't get to shake his hand, you know, he's here. I don't think he was up at the MC station, but super cool guy, you know, fun to hang out with. Jason Marburger was here. He was not at the MC station, but he was wandering around, and if you got a chance to sit down and talk to him, you can talk big tools, big machines, video editing, how he does such cool videos on his channel. So Quinn, wow, what can you say about her? She just I bounced an idea off of her, and I told her, you got first right of refusal right there. But she brought in the steam engine she just built and powered up our ticket drum, which is, it just oozes cool, you know. And then she took it up another notch. We ran it on compressed air, and she kind of turns her nose up at compressed air. She said, well, that's cheating. So she brought the boiler and fired the boiler and ran the ticket drum on live steam until she ran out of steam. Well, it's a small boiler and a small amount of water, so we only had so much water available to us. But she did run the ticket drum on live steam, on the live stream. Wow. Okay, but she did a great job. Check that out in the live stream. And then, you know, after the steam ran out, we went back to air. But the cool factor is just over the top. James Clow, first time here, but he mopped up over at Four Jaw Championship. He now is the owner of the belt. I have it here. He flew in, so we were worried that someone might not be able to fly with that belt, so I'm going to ship it to him. And he is the new owner for the next 12 months of the belt. And next year, he has the choice of either surrendering it or showing up to defend it. All right, but we're going to keep the Four Jaw Championship alive. Whether or not Keith Finner comes, you know, we'll still run the competition. The Four Jaw machine is property of Tom Lipton, but he did leave it here. We're going to store it for him here in the attic, and next year it just might be powder coated in a color of my choice. All right, but it's going to stay here at Bar Z, and we'll be ready every year with the Four Jaw Championship. Those were all the YouTubers I had on the board. There was more here than you know, what's on the board, and I know I'm forgetting a bunch of people. But thank you to the viewers. Thank you to the YouTube creators. Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to everybody that helps me put this together and keeps it running. And special thanks this year, when I got in a pinch, the viewers just jumped in there and did the coolers and ran some trash and you guys are doing stuff you shouldn't have been doing. And I just wanted to let everyone know that I really, really appreciate it. Thanks for coming to the Bash, and we will see you next year.